My name is Craig Alsop and I work for Napoleons Casinos and Sheffield Sports Stadium as a Group Hospitality Manager. We are at Napoleons Sheffield, which is one of 5 casinos in the north. We operate in Manchester, Leeds, Bradford and Hull. And in Sheffield we also have the Sports Stadium, which has dog racing every week, and the OEC, which is banqueting and conferencing. Napoleons Casinos are owned by a private company. It's a family-run business that operates 5 casinos up in the north. We also acquired the Sheffield Sports Stadium around 20 years ago, and recently on those premises we've also built the OEC events and conferencing. That hosts weddings, conference, private parties, and we pride ourselves on attention to detail and good quality food. Predominantly we are a casino-based company. We do offer hospitality services such as restaurant, bar and bar meals. In the restaurant it's more fine dining. Within the bar area we offer more casual dining of things like burgers, pizzas, loaded fries. Previously we used a local based till service that was very independently run. It was very difficult to maintain, upload and run remotely. We had a till system that did operate between each till, but we couldn't access that remotely, so figures that we needed for head office, running reports, pulling data, we had to wait for manual sheets to come in to be able to collate the figures for us. It was very labour intensive, so we relied on staff on site to fill in manual sheets, record figures. There was a lot of human error in that, and then we had to wait for that to be posted off fax to head office in order to collate the figures annually, monthly and weekly. So in order to update prices, change products, we had to visit sites and manually input any changes at the location. Personally, I felt the system we had was a bit antiquated and we needed a system that we could pull different parts of the company together rather than relying on staff to manually transfer data from one department to another. We were introduced to Tevalis by a Res Diary at a trade show, and they was their preferred partner. So we opened relationships with Tevalis and took it from there. We wanted to move to a digital-based platform for our bookings to allow us to take online bookings and also optimise table occupancy. Previously we used a manual diary. Res Diary introduced senior management to Tevalis, which opened the lines of communication. Once we realised how beneficial Res Diary and Tevalis as a partnership could be to the company, I was then brought in to project manage the launch of both systems. After many years of requesting more up-to-date systems, I was over the moon to hear that we were putting in a new till system and booking system that could revolutionise the business. Once we started our initial meetings with Tevalis, we soon realised the benefits that Tevalis integration had with Neon, which is our casino system, which allows us to log customers into the building, track the spends, and also we can allocate any free beverage and food, we can allocate that to their profile, and that gives us a better idea of what customers are getting complimentary throughout our venues. We use Payment Sense within the casinos, which allows us to open transactions, print customer bills at the table, and close transactions at the table. This allows us to speed up service and gives a better flow for a diner's experience. We currently use Clover within the stadium and the OEC. This integrates with Tevalis using the Tevalis module. This allows us to take orders at the table and give customers the option to pay as they go. Previously we couldn't do this due to the volume of traffic within the restaurant. We couldn't take payments for each individual order. So this has now opened up a new avenue for the customers. For many years we wanted an app that we could allow customers to order via the tables. Recently we introduced Me and You, and that is working extremely well, allowing customers to order from where they are, make the payments themselves, and this allows customers to upsell and increases profitability and speeds up service. The integrations with Tevalis are vital to our company. We use several across the venues. These all speak to each other via Tevalis. It allows us to track spending, track products, upsell, and keep accurate records of what we're giving away for free. Integrations with Tevalis are vital for our company. They speak to each other seamlessly. They allow us to give complimentaries and keep records of that. They allow us the flexibility of customers ordering via apps, ordering at the table, making payments at the table, whereas before this was not possible. As a company, we are trying to keep up with trends and fashions. We want to move forward with upcoming technology, trends, and since COVID, a lot of people now want to order via apps, they want to make contactless payments, and Tevalis integrations have allowed us to do this. Tevalis has allowed us to keep up-to-date records. We can go back into historical data and get the information we now require. Previously, this was all archived and would have been a manual process. We've used Tevalis now for almost 10 years. We've seen a lot of changes and developments. That's part of what we were pleased about when we joined Tevalis, that they tried to develop the system to meet needs of the individual customers. It wasn't a one-cap-fit-all. Our casinos are operated throughout the north of England. This can be quite tricky sometimes to update systems, change prices, change products. With Tevalis, the system allows us to either change prices individual sites or across all the group at once. It gives us the flexibility to put offers on, especially last minute. If we need to react to the business, we've got the flexibility to do that remotely, and that's on the till system within minutes. I think with Tevalis, we've got the flexibility and options to run reports to see the sales, whereas before we didn't have that. When we did reports, they would be individual reports, and to collate that data would have been near enough impossible. But pretty much with Tevalis, we can run something within minutes and look at years' data, how sales are going, remove products that aren't working anymore, and tweak menus. Tevalis offers high levels of security and traceability. We have reports that we can assess what members of staff have been accessing, what refunds, what error correcting, and any wastage they are putting through the tills. With the traceability, it gives us a reassurance that if we need to check what's been happening on transactions, we've got the freedom to go back and do this. Previously, we used a stock management system that wasn't integrated with the tills. This meant that members of staff had to input the sales data, count the stock, and then check it. With Tevalis, it allows us to instantly analyse the sales as all that is pulled through automatically, including wastage, complementaries, and this means that from an admin time it speeds it up. Using the ResDiary integration with Tevalis allows us to make bookings. When customers arrive on the evening, we can pull those through. It pulls all the data such as names, covers, deposit amounts. This also means that we're not relying on members of staff to have to input deposits, and this eliminates the risk of user error. Predominantly being a casino-based company, we rely heavily on the customer experience. Using Tevalis, it means that we can allocate customers with Neon and record sales. It also records any complimentaries customers have been given and allows us to track their spending. We've been with Tevalis for 10 years now, and the partnership has grown. I've had many staff come from different operators using different Epos systems, and all have been very impressed with what Tevalis has to offer. And I think that's due to how they develop for individual customers as opposed to trying to navigate a one system fits all.